long time ago, during the years of 200 AD and 1300 AD, lived a prestigious and indigenous group of people in a world of humility and peace. The cliff dwellers, or Ancestral Pueblos, as some may know today, lived in the four-cornered states of the United States. Can anyone tell me who those states are?
Me!
Yes, sir.
Arizona, Colorado, Utah, and New Mexico.
Yes, very good. And in these four states lived massive and beautiful monuments that were made by these people and continue to live on to this day. However, around the time the cliff dwellers disappeared, they left behind a land of ruins. Later, during the Columbian era, the descendants of the Anasazi Indians encountered themselves in some sticky situations, and they lived mainly in homes built on the top of mesas and naturally hollowed out caves. The Anasazi Indians faced quite a few challenges. They mainly faced a lot of drought and Spanish conquistadors. Their people's ancient works, homes, and artifacts can be found to this day. Now, let's get started on the storytelling part of our presentation and bring out our first guest of the night. Ahote and ye people of the 21st century, we, the Pueblo Indians, have come to life to educate you about the way we lived all the way back in the 14th century to the 16th century.
Aoi, I am Maneki Haro, and this is my brother Ahote, and we are here to tell you about our encounters with Spanish conquistadors when they first started to inhabit North America.
The first encounters between the Spaniard and Pueblo Indians often resulted in violence. In the late 1530s, the Spanish governor of Nueva Galicia conducted a slave-spelling expedition against the Indians of northwestern Mexico.
Us Indians who lived and worshipped independently for centuries were forced to abandon our religious and adopt Christianity and pay tribute to Spanish rules. It was a very hard time. Our places of worship were destroyed, and if we were opposed to Spanish rule, terrible things would happen.
It is true. Eventually, in 1690, us Pueblos will revolt against the Spanish, but until then, we will live under their oppression under the hardship of their ways.
Buenos dias, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Armando Velázquez, a 14th century Spanish conquistador. My men and I have traveled the longest distances to encounter the Pueblo Indians, who, unlike other natives we've seen, are much more progressed, you know? They have their own ways of agriculture and living, their own houses. Some people like to say that we, us Spanish conquistadors, are very angry people, but you know, I'd like to disagree. We come to this Nuevo Mundo to bring greatness, just like our royals want. God, glory, and gold. Some of these savages just don't know how to follow orders, so you know, we have to put them in their place sometimes. This only lasted a little while before our bosses started receiving complaints and we had to change our ways.
They did. After we revolted later in time, the Spaniards would vanish for a while, but the story of their return is another to tell.
Thank you to everyone who came tonight.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Next
Love Matala.
Oh my God.